Hello, Likers. Welcome back to our channel. It's me, your favorite one and only baby girl, Malika. So today we are doing the new series of Mr. Aloy, Another Mistake in Marriage, episode 5, the critical review. So, Angel's junior brother is back from sale. Like he spent just the night there. He returned, and his mom is shocked to see him. Like, where are you coming from? And he questioned, like, have you forgotten that I was locked up? Like I'm just coming from sale. What do you mean by where am I coming from? And she was like, it was obvious she knew he was coming from sale because she's like, I know you're coming from sale. But I went to your brother-in-law's place to plead with him to let you out, and he said you spent some days there, so I wasn't expecting you so out so soon. And it was like, thank glory be to God, my sister didn't let me spend time over there. So she was like, but why, when would your sister learn? Why does she want to ruin her marriage? I don't get it. And the brother as well doesn't understand his mom, like, Mom, aren't you happy that I've been liberated from sale? And she's more like, it's not as if I'm not happy. But the problem is, I would have preferred that your brother-in-law should be in charge of it. Like, he should have been the one to liberate you. Your sister just got married. It's barely a week. I don't want her to jeopardize her marriage. It's very important. So now, like, as this woman, this mama, this mother that carried her daughter for 9 months is more worried about a marriage that her daughter is going through hell on earth. She's more worried about that marriage. Like, she wants to preserve it so bad, typical African mother. She wants to preserve that marriage so bad that she doesn't care of the well-being of her daughter. Like, it's like your daughter cannot be cursing, which means the daughter now is the one making her husband to be mad and to be laying hands on her, whereas that's not what is supposed to be like to happen. And like us, I cannot lie to you guys, this is the typical example of families that let their daughters wallow away in sorrow, that let their daughters cry in their matrimonial home just to preserve the family name. Not to bring shame. No, no, no. This is the type of family. No, you cannot bring shame. What would the Christian Mothers Association say? What will my church members say? What will my meeting member, my family? Hey, that my cousin like this, that my sister, that's in the UK, that all the children are married, they are successful. No, what would they say now? That why is my own different? This is a typical type of mother that they will prefer you buy in that marriage than to leave, not to bring embarrassment to her. Please, you cannot. Of course, how dare you? No, she's a perfect mother. She's an angel. How can you bring embarrassment, such embarrassment to your family? Hell no, you have to stay in that marriage no matter what happens to you. This is the problem we have in Africa. Yes, divorce is not a good thing. Honestly, divorce, in our customs and tradition in Africa, divorce makes you look like you had a bad upbringing, like your mom, your parents, especially your mother, because when the child is bad, remember it's for the mother, it's the mother's child. When the child is good, it's the father's child, of course. So you will be bringing a bad name to your mother. Worst of it, or if your mother is a single mother, yeah, of course. What do you expect? How do you expect a single mother to raise a child, a girl child? Of course, she will definitely end up like her mother. That is what we are witnessing in this series. This is typical, the type of it, the kind of mother that will prefer their children to wallow in pain, to even buy if it's possible, rather than embarrassing them. And now she's feeling sad that why would her daughter do such a thing? Why would she do this? She's feeling sad. The next episode shows Angel was passed out, And as a result of it, I think she passed out because her husband definitely beat her up, as usual. It's a DV, yeah, we are talking about, because it shows that he's the one who beat her up, because when he got into the room, he was more like, I hope you learned your lesson now. I hope it makes you to keep quiet. And he's realized that he's speaking alone, nobody's listening. He turns around, he sees Angel on the floor. He's like, what are you doing there? Angel, wake up. He realizes that she's not moving, she's not speaking. He panics, he freaked out, like he goes to wake her up to check upon her. Angel, please wake up, he's panicking. So this is a typical scenario of a wife beats her, some like he has the right to lay hands on you, but nothing should happen to you. He's scared, because he carried her. He's like, please don't do this to me. Angel, don't do this to me. Please don't do this to me. Please don't do this to me. He took her out, Like, honestly, you beat somebody, which means Angel is supposed to be so strong. She's supposed to be made of steel that when he beats her, she cannot feel anything. She cannot feel anything. She's supposed to just wage it. She just take it in as a woman. It's cool. So now he takes her to the hospital, and they went to the hospital, and immediately the next scene they return back, and it shows that, and he pushed her inside. How come you're pregnant and you didn't tell me? And you knew you were pregnant. She was just looking at him. He was speaking like, why didn't you tell me you were pregnant? Why would you keep it from me? You keep the pregnancy from me. You keep doing anyhow, going up and down. You're not telling me you're pregnant. Why? And she's like, why should I tell you I'm pregnant? Besides, I just found it. I just found out today, this morning, that I was pregnant. I just found out. So how would I know that I was pregnant? Which we know is not true. And it was like, you're lying. You've known you're pregnant all along, but you decided not to tell me. You decided to keep it to yourself. Okay, now, based on the way that he's treating your wife, why would she tell him that she's pregnant? Why? So it's like, you have to stop. All those you're walking about has to stop, okay? And she was like, you're mad. What are you talking about? I will still be a mother, whether I want it or not. It was like, oh, so you think I am playing, right? You think I am joking with you? She said, I don't care, but I've told you I am going to be a model. And it was like, oh, you want to challenge me? And this is the thing about Kizito. He doesn't like to be challenged. He doesn't like it when Angel challenges him. How dare you? And he smacked her so hard, And she was like, she held her face, in pain. And when she turned around, she was like, you smacked me. You smacked your pregnant wife. How could you smack your pregnant wife? It was like, oh, so because you're pregnant, you think you can smart talk, you can talk anyhow, and you think you'll get away with it. She was like, I have told you I am not going to stop modeling. And when he was talking, he wanted to smack her again because she was speaking. She blocked it and gave him a good one. She smacked him in return. And he was shocked. It was like, you did what? You smacked me? She said, yes, I did that. I smacked you. I smacked you. You've been beating me all along. And this is a thing. This is when, because sometimes some men will be like, some women are disrespectful and all the rest. This is when your disrespect. That this is when your woman lose respect for you. So he grabbed her and be like, I will teach you a lesson. Drag her to the room, like to go and beat the living daylight out of her, based on the fact that now she's more like his child. He can discipline her any way he wants. Like us. I will say this, so long as this series is concerned, I will keep saying this until somebody gets the memo. Nothing is worth your life. Nothing is worth buying for. I'm sorry. Nothing is worth buying for. The only thing that is worth buying for is God. And God does not want you to buy for him. No, God does not need you to fight his battles. Hell to the no. Nobody can fight his battle more than himself. God does not like owing people anything. That is why they said there's a secret in giving. When you give, God will replenish you. Why? Because God does not want to owe you anything. You understand? That's why when you give to his children, make sure he gives you double fold. So like us, there is nothing worth buying for. Because you cannot buy for God. He will never let you. So there is no amount, because she told her friend on the previous episode, that's episode 4, that she cannot leave because she's pregnant. Then I said something when I did the review of that video. Let's see how long you last in that house, based on the fact that you don't want to leave because you're pregnant. Let's see how long you last in the house. You understand? If he doesn't buy you first. Because if you say you don't want to leave, look at you. If he doesn't even care, he knows that you are expecting his own child, but he's still laying hands on you. It means he doesn't value anything. He doesn't care. So at the end of the day, you realize that he will be the one to buy. And he told her that since you don't want to listen to me, I will lock you up inside this house until I'll come back to open it. And he locked her up inside the room after beating her correctly. Now she's crying. And when will this stop? Because at this point, and he left. At this point, this is when you have to know how to draw the line and be like, no, you have to choose you. Because even that child that you're carrying, that child will grow up to have his or her own life. The child will never choose you over themselves. There's this thing I usually tell people. Nobody, apart from God, apart from Christ, nobody can love you more than you love yourself. The only person that loves you more than you love yourself is God Almighty. Period. Not even your parents. They don't love you more than you love yourself. I'm telling you the truth. So nothing is worth buying for likers. Please, nothing in this life. The next episode shows Angel's brother who came, and John, the security guard, is there. He's like, he has received instructions from his boss that he is not supposed to be there, and he was like, no, I came here to see my sister. And John, the security guard, is telling him that your sister doesn't live here. Besides, if you want to see your sister, call your sister on the phone. All right. Besides, my boss has instructed that no one goes into this compound. So Angel's junior brother is like, please, can you step out of the way? I need to see my sister. So long as my sister lives in this house, I'm here to see her. So the security guard didn't want him to step in. So they started struggling, and before you could say Jack Robinson, Angel's junior brother has already put John on the floor and he started punching him, my people. He put all his anger, the anger that he has been feeling inside upon John. So as honestly, this guy is right to defend his sister, and that is why he's angry with his mother, because his mother is trying to protect the marriage, not her daughter, but her marriage. So as this is where we are going to end this video. Please tell me what you all think about it. Please like, comment, subscribe. Don't forget to share. Don't forget to hit that notification bell so that be the first to be notified whenever I post any new video. I would also my returning subscribe, my likers, my lovers. I love you guys so super much. And on this note, I'll have to say bye, girl. Bye, guys. And please remember to choose you before